is the next video? That's crazy. To me, it was 1 second. For you, it was a whole day. So this is April 9th still. And I just haven't uploaded any videos in a couple days. So it's like, I was like, I'm going to film 2 videos, catching up on my thoughts and clearing it out, and then film this video. And let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to read the way forward real quick. What I read today, I thought it was pretty profound. Let me just like pull over. For some reason, there's a ton of people on the road right now, even though there's never anybody on this road. I hit their window. I totally did that on purpose too. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm a dick. Okay, sorry, Nana, for the language. Okay. You've been away from the present moment for too long when your mind starts rehashing old grudges and gets caught up in imaginary arguments. And then I just wrote, out of my mind, overthinking. Our society here's the next one. Our society glorifies speed, big leaps forward, and meteoric rises. But reality usually moves at a slower pace, especially when it comes from a personal transformation. Not every day needs to involve a big win for you to end up thriving in a beautiful place. Which is so true. I realized that the other night when I got off the phone call negotiating with this dude for this car that I'm going to go get, and you're going to see in this video at the end of it, I got off and I was like, I was jumping up and down in my room with Ethan, and I was like, dude, I got it, I did it, like, I'm the one who's getting it, not anybody else. And like, this is going to be one of the other big, like, this is going to be a second big breakthrough project I'm working on, and really monumental for the beginning of my life. And it was like, that was a huge win. And then after that, we watched a documentary of Mac Miller, and then we found another epiphany, and we're like, oh my God, like, dude, this is the day that it all starts. We're going to be big. Everybody has those moments. Some people don't make it, but we will, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So that was yesterday, 2 days ago. That was a really big win. And then every other day, I'm just keep doing the same system, keep pushing until it works. And it's just like, not every single day needs to be a big win. Sometimes you go home doing the same thing you did yesterday, and one's really good, one's really bad. It's just like, God, this is how human nature is. Oh, pop my back. All right. Transformation isn't a smooth process. Oh, I also said keep moving forward in a little note. So, transformation isn't a smooth process. Cloudy days are bound to happen. Setbacks are natural. Down moments are expected. Often, it will feel like you're moving against a strong current of old conditioning, but with time and repetition, this resistance will soften, and the new you will come forward. New me is coming through right now. Our task, as we develop new ways of living, is to embrace the idea that small, daily accomplishments are more valuable than fast results. This is how we build momentum for the long journey. Let me read that one more time. Our task as we develop new ways of living is to embrace the idea that small, daily accomplishments are more valuable than fast results. This is how we build momentum for the long journey. Momentum is so important. And it's like, I'm just going to keep carrying all this momentum that I'm building up right now, and then it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, which is kind of scary because I feel like I'm not ready, but you know what? You can't be ready. But whatever. That's why collaboration is so important, because like there's people who've done things you haven't done yet, and it's like they will help you get to those points. And remember, happiness is not achieved overnight. Peace takes time to build, and a healthy mind requires slow and gentle tending. I thought that was just absolutely beautiful. Also, Nana, I'm starting your book tomorrow, I think. The Hard Thing About Hard Things. I'm going to start sharing thoughts about it as I read it along, because I know that you haven't read it. So I'll listen to the audiobook and I'll share all the thoughts with you. And also, like I said in the last video, I got The Alchemist last night. And I just love this thing. It's so artistic and beautiful and simple at the same time. And then the back, instead of having a big old thing, it's just to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. And then from The Alchemist. I think this is my favorite book. Not only my favorite, I think this is my most influential book and the most life-changing book ever. And if I was to recommend one book or prescribe one book to every single person in the world, it would be The Alchemist. Next would be The Creative Act. But that's more for artistic people. Actually, no, I can't even say it's for artistic. Sometimes it'll hit the right people. But this will hit everybody. And then the third series would be or the third book would be a series, which is the book I'm reading right now, the one I just read to you, by Young Pueblo, and it starts with inward, and then it goes clarity and something, and then because I skipped it, I don't really remember, and this one's called The Way Forward. So those three changed my life. I mean, I'd say confirmed my thoughts and confirmed my life, because it was like everything I was thinking, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not the only one. And then it's kind of like how Aristotle said. I go back to this all the time. It's like everything a man learns, he already knew within himself. And so it's like that's what this book is. That book is a perfect representation of that. Insert from Aristotle. Ooh, I need to get this out of the sun. I'm about to drink 10 egg whites with chalky milk in it. Well, actually, it tastes like chocolate milk, but it's just chocolate syrup poured into it. Oh, thank goodness, it's still cold. This morning was beautiful. I love Dad. Nana, I know that you and Dad don't have the best relationship. You'd be very proud of him. He's the greatest man I've ever known. And I don't think anybody can beat him. Not even me. He says that I'm going to be a better man than him, and that I'm going to be bigger and whatever, and I'm like, I don't care. We're unique, and you are he's the greatest man I've ever known. Like, everything I am is from him. My thinking, my life lessons, my drive, my artistic creativity, my analyzing or my analytical skills, I want to say genius, but not like I'm saying I'm a genius. I'm just saying like my things that are clever, they're all learned from him and all breeded through him and all trained through him, and he planted all those seeds in me. Pause. He made me who I am. My entire life, I didn't even know. I thought I was just going through life, but he was making me into who I am. And there's nobody I would rather be than me, and I love myself. I'm not pridefully. I love who I am, and I love who I'm going to be, and I love where I'm going, and I love where I've been, and I'm at peace with everything that I have recollected from life. Sometimes there's things that are unrecollected, and they'll arise eventually. Like today. This morning, Dad and I spent an hour out in the backyard at the timetable. He rebuilt it last night, by the way. It used to be made out of glass. And the timetable is this table in the corner of the yard that all of us boys sit at in the morning when we drink coffee, eat breakfast, and journal, and read, and have all of my favorite conversations have happened there and in bed at night when Ethan and I are in our bunk bed, and we talk for 30 minutes every single night. We have our deepest combos. I almost hit a bird right now. And this morning, I think one of my favorite conversations, not my favorite. It was so, my favorite, yeah. I can't say my favorite, because there's too many things to put a favorite label on, because what does favorite even mean? And it's favorite depends on the mood and the genre and what pieces are you looking for. Favorite talking about woman, favorite talking about life, favorite talking about parenting. There's so many different genres, you know what I mean? So you can't really pick one. Life is my favorite combo. It's chunks. What the frick? What the? Alright, we're good. Sorry. My egg whites just had chunks of crispy gooiness. Oh man, it's so beautiful today. I lost my train of thought. I'll go into my plane of thought. Alright, so me and Dad having a conversation. And it started out with me, he came out, I was journaling and eating, and I just fed the dogs half of my quesadilla because I ate a ton of food last night and I haven't gone to the bathroom yet, so I'm still, my body's still filled with all that goodness. And I just ate a bunch of food this morning, and so I'm super full, lethargic, and all that jazz. Let me just turn slowly so my camera doesn't fall. And, oh no, please don't follow me, you annoying bitch. Sorry, Nana, but whenever I go through this road, I try to go super slow, and there's always somebody right behind. Not always. There's a dude right behind me, and I really want to just take my time and not be stressing out, looking behind myself, being like, is this guy getting closer? So I'm going to pull over right here. But anyway, okay, I keep getting sidetracked. So Dad and I were talking. It started out, he came out, and I was like, kind of just like writing, and I was like there was nothing to talk about. And so since there was nothing to talk about, I was like, what do I want to talk about? Well, what am I observing? And I said, this is one of my favorite things. The grass and the shade mixed with the bugs. It reminds me of the hacienda. And it was just the way that the sun at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. was, hey, Bubba, little bee. The way that the sun was shining at an angle, and like the grass almost looked like it was glowing, and then there was like a backdrop of shade, so it kind of looked like a silhouette of glowing grass and dark grass, and then a wall with the trees, and then there was these tiny little like flies everywhere, and it looked so beautiful, and it looked like I just wanted to go lie down in that grass and bask in the sun, like Maggie and Max were the dogs. And I said it reminds me of the hacienda, which is where we used to live when we were little kids, and actually until I was like 2 years old, at Thomas Aquinas College, where Grandpa was the president. You know, for anybody else who doesn't know what the hacienda is, my goodness, because Grandpa was the president of this liberal arts college, and we lived at this like the hacienda, which is just Spanish for the house, and it's like it was the president's house, and it's a very nice, beautiful place, and that's where like my first memories are and such. And then we used to visit there all the time, and I have memories here and there. Anyways, and I was telling Dad, time is so weird. Like, he and I the other day were talking about how I know that one day I'm gonna be 50 years old, and right now I'm only 19, and I've lived I feel like I've lived so many memories, and I have such a long life. But like, I know one day I'm gonna be 50. Once I'm there, I'm like, where the hell did all the time go? And I'm very aware of that, and it scares me, because I know that he's feeling that same thing, because he's going to be 50 this year. And he's like, yep, you're right. And like, it's also kind of nice, because it's like, he's the smartest man I've ever met too. Like, literally mathematically, he's the smartest man I've ever met. His IQ is so high, it's like nearly impossible for me to meet anybody else with that high of an IQ. And like, when I, at 19 years old, am saying things that he's like agreeing with, I'm like, wow, where the hell am I getting all this knowledge from? It's like the universe is like speaking through me, and it's like my purpose is like manifesting for me because I want it so badly. Oh, I don't know why I'm picking this up. It's only like I found out all that in there. This book is great. And we started talking about memories at the hacienda, and he's like, do you remember anything from the hacienda? We moved out when you're 2 years old. I can't see you remembering anything. And I was like, no, I don't. I mean, I remember this and this and this and this and this. And he's like, that's so odd that you remember that, because I don't remember, pardon me, I don't remember any of those things. And then we started talking about how odd it is that some things are so profound to certain people, or even just children. Like, the way you said one thing might be the most, or like the example he gave was like, sometimes you're having a really bad day and your kids are annoying the hell out of you, and it's so hard to keep yourself cooped up and just put on a face for them, and like sometimes you accidentally, like, you can't help it and you just let yourself go a little bit, and that one time that you let your anger out on your kid, not like abusing them, like, but like saying something like, shut up, like, might be something so profound with the child, it affects how they go through their entire life. And he's like, there's a lot of pressure as an adult. And we just started talking about awareness, and like how, like, actually we were pretty deep into that topic for a while, and then we were talking about like, I'm glad that at 19 I'm thinking these things and aware of these parenting things, because I'll at least be a decent parent, you know. Like, I feel bad for the kids whose parents are completely mindless, and literally just grown up children. if not toddlers. And then we started talking about some pretty deep family things, like about Seppi and Emma, and about profound things, and like reputation, lies, and I really don't want to talk shit about Emma, but you know what, screw it. How Emma is stuck living a life based upon lies, seminally lies, because if she comes out and tells everyone that she was wrong and that she lied for her own sake to get what she wanted, her entire life is unfolded, and shockwaves will send through it, because she's married a man based upon those. She grew up in a community that entirely believes her side now, and she will have to face that, and like there's so many other things. It's like it's just gonna get worse and worse. And so he's like, he has no hope that she'll like really kind of come back to him and have a relationship. But there's hope for Giuseppe. Giuseppe's really smart, and Giuseppe's a good kid. Okay. At heart. Then what else did we talk about? Oh, okay. He told me this one hilarious story about Grandpa Tom Dillon. Ooh, the creek looks so nice right now. So Grandpa Tom Dillon and Uncle Tom Dillon, the son, and he said, I brought this up because I was telling him, like, I wonder how many times, or no, I think it's hilarious that there's so many times that sometimes I don't even remember, but that I embarrassed Dad and I didn't even know it. And then he was talking about like rebellion and such, and then he told me the story that Grandpa Tom Dillon told him when he was trying to be his father figure about kids in rebellion. And he said that one time when Uncle Tom Dillon was a 16 years old, he had a music tape from the Sex Pistols underneath his bed. And in case you didn't know, or anybody else who's not Nana or family, the Dillon side of the family, mom's side, is incredibly traditional and Catholic. And like apparently Grandpa was really controlling, like, you have to get this haircut, you have to wear these clothes, but it was because he was the president of a college, a liberal arts college, so his family had to appear a certain way so that like he presented the college, which nowadays would go terribly wrong because the kids would probably end up transgender and emo. And he was saying that one time he came into Uncle Tom's bedroom and he found it, and then when Tom came home, he said, he came in the room and he said, "Hey Tom, let's listen to some music, yeah?" And Tom's like, okay. And he goes out and he, on his desk, he gets his tape and he plays some like classical music, and he's like, "Nah, Tom, I wanna listen to some good music. Let's listen." And he said, "I want to listen to your music." And then Uncle Tom was like, "This is my music." And he said, No. I want to listen to your music. How about the music underneath your bed?" And then at this point, we can all imagine that Uncle Tom is pissing his pants, and like slowly goes and grabs the Sex Pistols tape, and Grandpa had timed it so that when he put it in, the song would play exactly Destroy from their tape. And so he puts it in, and it's like, destroy repeatedly. I've never even heard the song. And Grandpa goes like, "Yeah, this is good. Destroy." And then he pulls out a hammer and destroy. And then he said he beat it for like 5 minutes, destroying his music player. And I'm like, wow, that's traumatic as fuck. Like, music is so healing, but like, I get it. And he said, he paused after that, and like, he's like, beat it for 5 minutes. And then he told Dad about rebellion. You have to beat that shit out of your kids. And it was like, Dad tried to do that with Giuseppe, and then it didn't work. It worked in reverse. And so, yeah. I guess it's kind of what led me to be me, is like allowing the rebellion in a controlled way. And I don't know, but I feel like it's something. I don't think you can beat it out of them. You have to let it live out of them. let them get it out of the way. And once they mature, like now that I'm matured, I like to think, I can have those conversations with Dad where I'm apologizing for all those times I was immature, and we can laugh about it. And now I see the rebellion, and I'm like, yeah, it was pretty stupid, and I'm still gonna be what I am, but like, you have to support the individual. I don't really know. I lost my train of thought for that one. I had something really profound in my head, and then I completely forgot it. So that's that. Now I'm going to Ethan's house. I pulled over because I'm right around the corner. A little bit sick, getting over it. At my server job, the owner and the main server or waitress don't believe in me. They don't think I can do it, but they're both cunts, and they're only looking at the bad things. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the greatest, but it's like you don't start being great. Everyone else believes me. All the other servers, they say I'm gonna be like one of the best, because like I'm just like very charismatic or whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna go bring some stuff to the junkyard and then go to Carpinteria and pick up this beautiful car. And I can't wait for you to see it. I'm gonna have to wait a couple hours. This time you're gonna wait a couple seconds. So I'll see you then. Okay, so quick update. I did not get the Corvette because the car is less valuable than I perceived it to be. I thought I could sell it for 12 to 15K. It's actually only worth like 8K. That's how much money I'd have to put into it. And I'm an idiot because I gave the guy a $250 deposit, and I was like, actually, I can't go, blah, 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 and he blocked me. So we're gonna actually probably pull up on him. We're gonna have probably Ethan message him, be like, yo, I'm gonna come looking at it right now. What's your address? Get the address, and then pull up on him, and then be like, yo, give my fucking money, bro. So yeah. Other than that, I'm about to go film another video right now.